helping you find your happiness. Do you talk to yourself? Today we're diving into a topic that might make you feel a little self-conscious, but trust me, it's more common than you think. We're talking about talking to yourself. Do you catch yourself muttering under your breath, having full-blown conversations with yourself, or even giving yourself a pep talk in the mirror? Well, you're not alone. Let's start with a quick question. Have you ever been so lost in thought that you didn't realize you were speaking out loud until someone gave you a strange look? It's okay. We've all been there. Now, before we go any further, I want you to know that talking to yourself is not only normal, but it can also be incredibly beneficial. Stick around, because later in this video, I'll share some fascinating research that might change the way you think about your inner monologue. So, why do we talk to ourselves? Well, it turns out there are quite a few reasons. First and foremost, it's a way for us to organize our thoughts. When we vocalize our ideas, even if it's just to ourselves, we're giving them structure and making them more concrete. It's like taking the jumbled mess of thoughts in our heads and laying them out neatly on a table. Think about it. Have you ever been stuck on a problem, and then suddenly, as you're explaining it out loud to yourself, the solution becomes clear? That's the power of self-talk at work. It's your brain processing information in a different way. But self-talk isn't just about problem solving. It can also be a powerful tool for motivation. How many times have you given yourself a little pep talk before a big presentation or an important meeting? You've got this, you might say to yourself. This kind of positive self-talk can boost your confidence and help you perform better under pressure. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Isn't talking to yourself a sign of, well, being a little different? Let me put your mind at ease. Talking to yourself is a sign of a healthy, active mind. However, and this is important, if your self-talk is overwhelmingly negative, or if you're hearing voices that aren't your own, that's a different story. In those cases, it's always a good idea to reach out to a professional therapist or counselor. But for the vast majority of us, our self-talk is just a normal part of our cognitive process. Let's consider some of the different forms that self-talk can take. Sometimes it's silent, just thoughts running through our heads. Other times it's audible, like when we're trying to remember a shopping list or working through a complex problem. And then there's the kind of self-talk where we use you or our own name as if we're talking to someone else. Come on, Sarah, focus, you might say to yourself when you're struggling to concentrate. Now, let's address a concern that some people have about talking to themselves. What if someone hears me? Won't they think I'm weird? Here's the thing. Most people are too wrapped up in their own thoughts to pay much attention to what you're doing. And even if they do notice, chances are they talk to themselves too. Remember, it's a common human behavior. Next, let's look into some of the ways self-talk can improve your life. For starters, it can help boost your memory. When you say something out loud, you're engaging multiple senses. You're hearing the words as well as thinking them. This multisensory approach can help cement information in your mind. Self-talk can also be a great tool for emotional regulation. When you're feeling stressed or anxious, talking yourself through the situation can help you calm down and gain perspective. Okay, take a deep breath. This isn't as bad as it seems. Sound familiar? Another benefit of self-talk is that it can help you stay focused and on task. Have you ever narrated your actions as you're doing them? For example, all right, first I need to send that email, then I'll make those phone calls, and after that I'll start on the report. This kind of self-directed speech can help you stay organized and motivated. Now, while self-talk is generally positive, it's important to be mindful of the tone and content of your inner dialogue. Negative self-talk, where you constantly criticize or doubt yourself, can be harmful. If you find that your self-talk is often negative, try to consciously shift it to a more positive tone. Instead of, "I can't do this," try, "This is challenging, but I'm learning and improving." let's talk about some other practical ways you can use self-talk to your advantage. One technique is to use it for motivation during exercise. Next time you're working out and feeling tired, try giving yourself a verbal push. You've got this. Just a few more reps. You're stronger than you think. Another useful application of self-talk is in decision-making. When you're faced with a tough choice, try talking it out with yourself. Weigh the pros and cons out loud. You might be surprised at how much clearer things become when you verbalize your thoughts. Self-talk can also be a powerful tool for learning new skills. When you're practicing a new technique, whether it's a language, a sport, or a musical instrument, try talking yourself through the steps. This can help reinforce the process in your mind and improve your performance. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with a challenge. Over the next week, pay attention to your self-talk. Notice when you do it, what you say, and how it makes you feel. Then, try to consciously use self-talk in a positive way. Maybe give yourself a pep talk before a challenging task, or talk through a problem you've been struggling with. Remember, the voice in your head is powerful. It can be your biggest critic or your strongest ally. By becoming more aware of your self-talk and learning to use it effectively, you can harness that power to improve your life in numerous ways. So, the next time you catch yourself talking to yourself, don't be embarrassed. It's just your brilliant mind at work, helping you navigate this complex world we live in. Why not leave a comment sharing your experiences with self-talk? Let's start a conversation with ourselves and with each other. Until next time, keep talking, keep thinking, and keep growing. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, share it with your friends so we can bring you more ideas. For more videos like this, to help elevate your happiness, hit the subscribe button and click on the notification bell so you get notified of our next post. Thanks for watching.